Hi, I'm Moody, feeling moody. It's time for a moon message. Today's moon is the waning gibbous moon under the astrological sign of Pisces. This reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, both nodes, Gemini, Holy Spirit, Angel Guides. What is the mid-month Buck Moon Love Grief for Gemini? The sign of the lovers. What's the love message? You're going through changes. Yeah, you are going through changes. Okay. Some of you are defending yourself. You're kind of defensive. Okay. Maybe someone abandoned you. You could have walked away from something, set a healthy boundary that required you to let go, to be on your own, to figure it out yourself. There is a door here, so you could always knock for help, but the Five of Pentacles, sometimes they decide to go it alone, most times. Okay, Spirit. Ooh, okay. Now there's like a new path before you. I see there are options, always two ways you could go, right? We could go back down a path we feel comfortable with, right? We can continue some patterns. We can continue some negative people around us. We could continue to give our energy to something that is holding us back, right? There's two ways you can go at this moment. The Tower appears to clear the way. Part of July is to realize that life is a process. And generally, as we prepare to step out on faith, we hope and pray and have faith that Spirit is going to bring us the meditations of our hearts, what we really desire. That's what I'm feeling for you. That seems to be the Ten of Cups. Some of you, I do see up ahead the Page of Pentacles, but then the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So there's an ending here. There is an ending. And it looks like if you can't do it on your own, it may be forced. Spirit, why? First, tell us what you want to know, and then tell us what the possible future. Because remember, the future can always be changed by what you do in the present. Gemini, Five of Pentacles. Wow. Did somebody really, maybe they messed with your money, your stability, impacted your ability to make money, to create. Oof. They created a hardship for you, actual loss. I mean, this is more of why you had to walk away. I do feel, and I felt from the very beginning, that you were in a process of letting go, of leaving behind someone, something, multiple things that no longer serve you at this time. I see that whatever you are having difficulty with, it's like shrouded. I have the feeling with that in the Death card. Right? Some things are very difficult, and that's why we really need to pray, because to get out of it, we need deeper assistance. But look, here it comes, the World and the Ten of Swords. Even if there is conflict, though, up ahead, you choose the wrong path, or you didn't completely walk away. Sometimes we leave that door open. Yes. But no, you make a decision. See, Spirit shows up because of that decisiveness, in having faith, in letting him take the wheel, in bringing an ending to something in search of something better, putting an ending to it now in the present energy. That's what I see. That's why I said I was feeling like this future may not come to pass. What else, Spirit? What is this Ten of Cups about for Gemini, the lovers? Five of Cups. Wow, this could have really done a number on somebody. Their emotions, their feelings. Very disappointed, hurt, sad. Whew. Definitely energy that tries to keep you in the past. Like, it doesn't want to see you leave. I'm feeling that there could be somebody that doesn't want to see you walk out of their life. Could be somebody getting a taste of their own medicine too, I heard. Right, Queen of Cups. Gemini, being the lovers, I can't help but feel that you are compassionate and warm. You are a healer, you know, you're very intuitive and you're very supportive, Gemini. So you're mutable, you're flexible, you're logical. You generally communicate your feelings, and I believe that you're a good listener too. So it almost feels like you're letting your heart take the lead in this case. Okay. And with the heart taking the lead, what happens? Current energy. Oof. Okay, you said I'm going to take those that are turned over. Four of Swords and Knight of Wands. You decide to go forward. You're a little rebellious when it comes to staying with the current situation. You decide to take a break. You want some peace. You want time to reflect. You know, this is a very reflective time, Gemini. And so a lot of us are feeling introverted, the need to just focus on what we can control, which is us. And so, yeah, I feel like you're probably taking a time out. Somebody doesn't like that. So you're pulling your energy from everybody with the Tower and the World. That is retreating. That's relaxing, reassessing, rewriting, reviewing, analyzing, doing what's best for you. Going forward, though, I don't really see you looking back with Uranus here. It could be a surprise that someone doesn't like. How do you know that? Because you have the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords in the future. And you're coming out of a letdown. I can't see you going back into it unless you're repeating something in the path you choose. Remember, you have the Two of Wands, right? We always have free will. God gives us that. Okay. So your advice is leave what is behind. Move forward. There you go. So what lies ahead? Transformation is what was the mission, is the mission, and I see in the future you divert what was going to happen by following your intuition and letting the past go. And in its place, you begin to move forward. Boom. This is unexpected. Somebody's they're surprised. That's Uranus. They're surprised. But not only are they surprised by your decision, because the Two of Pentacles is reversed, there is a decision. You decide to do what's best for you. And Spirit clears the way with the Tower and the World. It's done. This cycle's closed. Karma. Also, Saturn is very active in Neptune. Yeah, so is Neptune. They're retrograde in the sign of Aries. And then the 17th, you have Mercury retrograde. And then you also have Pluto retrograde. So all of this energy is quickly making us leave behind things that are complicated in our life. I see you doing that. As it takes a lot of courage, but as a result, unexpected things, like you are able to invite something different in and around you. It could appear as in terms of people, events, messages, travel situations, right? Once you stop focusing on the death part and you get into the transformation and the rebirth, then you're ready. And that's when unexpected blessings, people, events, options, right, appear. Absolutely. What else Spirit does? Gemini, the lovers. Yeah. There's a detour. It could have already happened, or I know to divert the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords, there is a point that you have to make a decision. But also, I don't know why I feel like this detour refers to in the future. Okay, so things may not come when you expect it. Isn't that the way love is? Like love shows up when divine says it's time. Right. Other than that, it could be chaos. Ooh, somebody is divine feminine, waiting for divine feminine. Divine feminine has you on her mind, Gemini. And remember, it is the doe, right? The female doe that goes after the male in July because of their antlers. There could be some type of divine intervention with a divine feminine. And Gemini, yes. Ooh, something, look for something unexpected. Oof, also, didn't I bring up the retrograde? A time for the past to come back and proclaim that they want to do things differently. They want another chance. They want you. Yeah, they're waving. That past, that's what I was saying. You have a major choice here. But some divine intervention occurs that takes you to divine feminine. It's totally unexpected. That's why the Tower. And the world is here. Okay, Spirit. Tell me about why is divine feminine. Confirm what I already know and said for me. What else is going on here for Gemini, the lovers? Only true love will do, right? Of course, Moody. You know who you're talking to. Right. So it's almost like, not almost like you are being guided. Spirit says, look at all of the spirits around influencing the situation. And that's what we started with, letting go of everything except for what you can control, which is you and your situation, right? Individually. Okay. This is a time that Spirit says it's best for you to just focus on yourself, your happiness. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive right now. So if you are alone, let me tell you, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You are exactly where Spirit wants you to be. What else, Spirit? Gemini, true love. It's about loving you right now, my love. You may have a divine feminine out there who is telepathically trying to communicate with you, or, yeah, but this is new love. This is something, didn't I say? This is something new coming in. And it's true love, because only true love will do for Gemini. What? Yes, I just heard sometimes you got to get out of your own way. Absolutely. Open that heart up again. Be vulnerable. Because that Five of Pentacles, that Five of Cups did a number. You opened up with the Death card the need to transform a current situation, people, karma, Scorpio energy, Capricorn energy. Spirit says now is the time to rest, to rejuvenate. You need to pace yourself for the changes that are coming your way. That's why you're focused on All the re's, right? Re-examining, right? Realigning, respecting, re-strategizing, refocusing. And the list goes on. Write them down, because changes are coming your way. They're all positive. They're bigger. They're better. Things are coming for you. Relax and trust. Right. And you know, with the tower reminds you that phases in your life can shift quickly, one change after another. You're learning to adapt and grow. Be kind to yourself and others. Yes, that is opening that heart again, being vulnerable, leading with your heart. That's why the Queen or King of Cups showed up. Right. Gemini. Spirit also says it's time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited about your future and all it will bring. What energy and emotion you put out comes back to you. With a little conscious effort on your part, that happy ending can and will be yours. Believe that. Remember, the process in July is prayer, meditation, and then believing it. And here it is. You focused on you, letting go of control of everything but you, and focused on what you want. Listening to your intuition sends you on a detour, but there you meet your divine counterpart. Whoa. I love this. Okay, tell me more about that. For this love brief, Spirit. Give me some final messages here. I think the pivotal step was going with the flow. Mirroring. You two are mirroring yourself. I did feel some type of telepathic energy here. Look for that, pay attention to that. But this is somebody that aligns with you. I mean, they shadow you, you think alike. They're ready to contribute to the relationship as much as you do. It's balanced. It's true. Right. Pay attention to that inner child too. There's something about the inner child. Maybe you're still dealing with inner child issues. Maybe they are too. Maybe the inner child is your intuition that's going to alert you to the fact that it's new and true. Okay, tell me about love yourself first. What's the major thing that Gemini should do? Some final messages here. Yes, major. Okay. Ooh. Be your communicated self. Get out. Get out. Get into nature. Spend time with friends. Don't hibernate. But you know, there is a happy balance, right, Gemini? Everything is a balance, because Spirit earlier said be introspective, right? Spend some time re-examining your world, what you have control of. But at the same time, don't alienate yourself. Get out, especially whenever the weather is beautiful. Get out and spend time with friends and be your loving, communicating self. That's right. You are a charmer. Are you kidding me? Some of you are writers. That's just part of the communication journey. You could meet somebody at a reading of a new book. You could be journaling a new book yourself. It's all about communication, which comes naturally to you. And of course, continue to pray, continue to meditate, and continue to believe. Be still, and everything will come to you that you desire. What else, Spirit? Putting yourself around people that have ideas, not being the brightest light, right, around other people that can illuminate things for you. People with whom we surround ourselves with determine who we become. Look what I just said and how this aligns. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? Make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself and clarify if there is anyone in your life who no longer serves you. Can you love them from a distance? Yes, that's depth. Do I surround myself with people who lift me up? There you go. Spirit is asking you a direct question, and it kind of piggybacked on what I said. People that illuminate you, right? That encourage you, that give you some inspiration. All right, help me summarize again. Gemini. True love is coming just because you stopped to love you and you decided to walk forward, to move forward, kind of defiantly. I like that. I like that. Right. There was no qualms. You know what you need to do. Don't lose sight of the truth. You came here to evolve and grow. So it is necessary to experience the difficult times. That's when you will grow the most. There is always light at the end of a dark tunnel. Yeah, I felt it was very dark in the beginning, right? It's like you were like, I gotta change my life. And free will, right? That's when you knew you had free will, but you made the right choice. You were patient. You decided to go with the flow. You waited until you had some clarity. And then there was movement, creating a self-realization. Spirit provided the way and you took the action. Wanting unconditional love, a love you've never had before. It's time to put those long cherished ideas into action. You will soon come into contact with the appropriate individuals. Unexpected. The appropriate individuals. Circumstances and resources. Eventually you will experience joy as well as brand new opportunities. Trust in the process. You'll start to see 1010 on the clock. Here it is. It says soon you will come in contact with appropriate individual circumstances and resources. Twice Spirit says that to you. Somebody is at the point where they have to make a choice which path they're going to choose. Spirit says it's up to you. But if I were you, I would create a new path. That's you, Gemini. Some of you, it's totally unexpected, like you fool yourself. All right, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Do leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for staying till the end, Gemini. Until the next moon phase, namaste.